I don't have any wallpapers at my home currently, but I love them and I really like to look through different samples and imagine what kind of furniture I would use with them, what kind of colors would suit well with them. So I really want to get some wallpapers for Siskola, and I think that it goes really well with this farmhouse look. Today I want to share with you a little bit of my wallpaper obsession. I ordered some wallpaper samples for the bedroom, but before we take a look at that, I wanted to show you some other wallpapers that I really like because it's a difficult task to do. Wallpapers are quite expensive and you want to get it right. So I think it's important to just order samples and check out what kind of different styles would work best, because it depends a lot on the lighting and also the size of the room. So it's not just that you love something and then you want to put it on the wall, because it doesn't necessarily look that good. So I think it's good to order some sample in advance. They're not that expensive, and then it's easier to kind of imagine how the rest of the room would look. But before we do this unboxing video, I just want to show you some other wallpapers that are out there that are really inspirational and beautiful. Because of the sheer amount of beautiful wallpapers out there, I'm only going to focus on two brands. One is the Finnish brand, Pilgren ja Ritolan Tapettitehdas, and the other one is Borås Tapeter, and that one is from Sweden. So these are Nordic countries, and also the design is quite Nordic, in my opinion. I like timeless designs in broken tones, especially in green and soft pink hues. But lately, strangely enough, I have also been drawn to blue colors. Since I'm mostly focused on the bedroom wallpaper, I'm especially interested in floral motifs and leafy patterns that have a little bit of a romantic vibe, and also that they are kind of calming and have just a soft and nice feeling. Let's start with the Finnish Pilgren ja Ritolan Tapettitehdas, since it's also where I ordered the first samples. Pilgren and Ritolan Tapettitehdas was founded in 1930 and has been producing wallpapers using the same printing method that was invented in the 1820s. Before every printing batch, skilled craftsmen mixed printing colors by hand using cellulose starch, chalk, water and pigments. Colors are then placed around the surface machine cylinder and transferred to the paper by woolen flocks and printing rollers, which are often original and handmade. Genuine paper wallpapers have a vivid imprint, soft colors, and a beautiful matte surface. Tapettitehdas means wallpaper factory in English, and Pilgren ja Ritolan Tapettitehdas is one of the last wallpaper factories still in operation in Finland. The factory is actually in a beautiful old red brick factory building located in the cultural landscape of Lake Nahkialanjärvi. The company's wallpaper models and handcraft-intensive production methods are a living cultural heritage, the preservation of which should be promoted. Their wallpaper Aita, which means fence in English, is one of my favorite wallpapers at the moment for the bedroom. It's a 1950s style wallpaper from the classic collection. I love its airy and clean look. It has a simple pattern, but it's still decorative, romantic, and also very Finnish looking in my opinion. I especially like the contrast of the light cream background and the blue pattern. I like the timeless design of the hyacinthi, in English hyacinth wallpaper. It has an Art Nouveau vibe with the curling leaves and the flower cluster there in the middle against that dark area. I think it's a wallpaper that makes a statement and just has that little something extra that I like. Here again I'm drawn to the light blue sample, but I'm not sure if it would be too busy for a smaller room. I'm really drawn to this intricate and decorative look of this wallpaper called Jugendkausi, which is named by the Art Nouveau epoch in Finland. It has many interesting colorations with contrasting colors, and I must admit that I love them all. They have muted and broken tones, so I'm sure all of them look very different depending on the light in the room where they hang. My favorite one is the one with some soft pink flower petals and small golden details. Here is Paratiisi, Paradise in English, a wonderful and classic design by Ritva Kronlund. I love that bold pattern, it really gives a statement. A bold design doesn't necessarily mean a busy pattern, it can on the contrary give your walls some structure and rhythm. Paratiisi wallpaper is available in 6 beautiful colorations. I especially like it in this soft light green tone. This wallpaper is called Verso or shoot in English. The motif reminds me of a birch leaf, and then the more I look at it, it also kind of looks like an onion. It has that vintage look over it, but in a soft and discreet way. Verso has many different color variations as well, but also here I prefer the green one. Rantakukka or beach flower is another lovely Art Nouveau inspired wallpaper that has beautiful curvy leaf motif with little flowers composed in a rhythmic pattern. This is one of my favorites, and I think it would look both beautiful and calming in the bedroom. I like it in all the color variants, but especially in the blue and the green. Unfortunately, I did not stumble upon this one when ordering the samples, but I will get it next time for sure. Kesäniemi, or direct translation Summer Peninsula, is a beautifully delicate wallpaper with summery herbs and flowers. It has a natural hand-drawn style, like a summery meadow in the breeze, so fresh and so calming. Would love this one in white or light green in the sauna chamber or guest house. With the darker background it becomes more bold and dramatic and changes a lot the tone of the wallpaper. Lukko means lock in English. This floral pattern makes kind of a shape that looks like an old lock, I think, so maybe that's the name. It has quite a structured geometric flower pattern, and it comes in several different colors. I'm drawn to the white background with the blue pattern, but it makes quite a big contrast with the geometric pattern, so it might be a little bit overwhelming or busy for a smaller room. In that color combo it would probably look better as an accent wall. Jääkukka or ice flower is a beautiful soft and floral wallpaper. The turquoise splash of color spices up an otherwise rather mild wallpaper, but I really like this one as well. The pine tree motif wallpaper, Sembra Mänty, from the 1960s, is quite unique and mesmerizing in some strange way. The more I look at it, the more I actually like it. I still feel that it also has a vibe of the 1920s and would look great in the cottage. But perhaps I wouldn't use it for the bedroom though. But there is just something really nice about this one. I cannot really explain it. Boråstapeter is Sweden's oldest, best known and best-selling brand of wallpapers. They are constantly developing their brand with new designs to satisfy the market's interest. I won't go into the history in this video, but if you're interested, I will put a link in the description box underneath. Now let's take a look at some gems. Blomsterhav, Sea of Flowers, features a pattern of big and small wildflowers in a mix of warm multicolored tones. It looks untamed with natural beauty, but still gives that calm and romantic feeling. An ideal choice to hang in the bedroom. Dahlia Garden is a soft and also very romantic wallpaper, colored in a delicate faded palette of yellow, green, beige and rusty red. On the website it says that it is inspired by the beauty of late summer days when the flowers are in full and heavy bloom, bringing the splendor of the outdoors into your home. The Borås wallpaper Flora is colored in a pretty pastel palette of green, pink, yellow, white and blue. I love the summery feel and the color combination. But the simple stylish flowers look a bit too modern perhaps, and a little digital compared to the more natural feeling of Kesäniemi, for example, that we looked at before. Midsummer Eve wallpaper is very similar to Flora with the stylized simple flowers, and even this example has that nice pale background to the flowers that I like. It just makes the flowers and colors pop out in a vivid and fresh way. I love this rustic, intricately designed and elegant honeysuckle wallpaper. It is colored in a delicate shade of ivory, offset by accents of pink and green. Its soft, sophisticated tones go perfectly with both vintage and contemporary interiors. In contrary to the last two examples, it has a more organic and natural feel that I prefer, and it's also available in darker color settings. The Poppy Flow wallpaper is brimming with romance and style, featuring a classic Art Nouveau illustration of poppies in bright hues, meandering across a dramatic background. It's full of interest and depth. The wallpaper works wonderfully on all four walls of a room, or also as just a feature wall. I especially love the muted pink and green colorations. Rosenvinge, Rosewing wallpaper is quite unique and interesting. It has quite of an eye-catching detailed pattern of richly blooming roses and looping vines. A bit of an Art Nouveau vibe, but also these bold geometric lines. It works even in beige because of that interesting patterns. Not sure what to make of it though. I don't know if I love it or not, but there's just something about this. Under the elder tree wallpaper is one of Bureau's new wallpapers, full of harmonious and calming character. This is what it says on their website. A beautiful elder tree stands tall, offering shade and sanctuary to the forest fauna, from the timid hare and crafty fox to the stately deer and fleeing pheasants. Each animal has a story to tell. From a distance, the pattern flows harmoniously and subtly across the walls. Get a little closer and your eyes is drawn to the delightful surprise and drama of forest life. It seems this wallpaper really tells a story. It sounds great and looks beautiful. With its detailed tapestry style aesthetic, the Waldemar wallpaper draws its inspiration from the interior masterpieces of the 19th century. It features beautiful floral imagery in earthy green, and only on closer inspection you can see its kind of pixelated grid, and that design becomes more apparent. Colored in fresh and light sage green and beige. This is a gorgeous wallpaper, but not suitable for Siskola. It just looks too aristocratic for a simple country home with low ceilings. The same goes for this next wallpaper. It's called Fåglavik. It's a bit too elegant to go with the simple and rural interior design that I have planned. These kind of densely clustered medallions, although super beautiful, would look amazing in a decadent mansion or villa instead. Look, these are quite big. This is for the little bedroom. This butterfly one is really nice. I love that green shade. In the camera it looks a little bit gray, but it's more like a grayish green hue. Wow, this is quite nice. This is a little bit Art Deco. It has this light blue hue and beige and stone grey and then a warmer grey tone. Oh, this is so nice too. This has a little bit of a from the 1930s style. You cannot see the colors that well because they are more green than it looks. It's like a light green background and then it has a green pattern, a little bit like a leaf. But it looks almost grey in the camera. Oh, and this is classical. This is really nice. This is romantic, like a bedroom should be. So nice. Quite simple. This is a little bit more bold. This has quite a, it gives quite a statement when you enter into the room and have something like this. But it has a little bit of a church vibe. So maybe not the right choice for me. Wow, this is lovely. This has a very Art Nouveau Jugend style. I also love the colors. I think this light blue is pretty nice. Not a color I would normally like for interior design, but for this room I can see blue. But also green. Green is nice, calming color. Oh, this has almost like a Japanese vibe. It has a little bit of gold too. You can see it shines a little. It's lovely as well. And it has a 20s vibe because of this oriental motif. And this is the last sample that I got. This has also some gold. Oh, it's really nice. I can imagine a wall, a big wall with this too. Very romantic. Oh. It won't be easy. This is just a couple of samples. I can imagine how difficult it will be to actually choose the one to use when that day comes. But before that happens, I might have changed my mind many times over. This is quite nice and summery and very kind of Finnish looking. I'm sure any of these would look nice. Maybe this is not best for maybe for a living room or something, but not for a bedroom or maybe even a kitchen. This is quite nice, but maybe a little naive for a children's room maybe. Thank you for joining me on this journey, watching and getting inspired by these beautiful wallpapers. I hope you got inspired a little bit as well, or at least found it entertaining. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and press that bell icon and you will get notifications when a new video is up. Have a great week. Bye bye.